Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke. Today is Ahn Shi, and we're together with Rev Santosh Neupane. Today is Sunday, the 28th of November, or the 24th of October in the 9th year of Chongluguk. Let's begin by offering a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Chariot, Kyumbe. And let's recite our family pledge both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가족맨세 2. 천일국 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 춘신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 선자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 2. Our family, the owner of Chongluguk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and True Parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. I'd like to ask Rex, if you can offer the opening prayer, please.
Let's pray. Our most beloved Heavenly Parents and our dearest two parents of heaven, earth, and mankind, Father, we thank you so much for giving us opportunity to meet this new week, Father. And Father, we offer, Father, our heart of thanks for your guidance and protection, Father, to last week. This new week, Father, for sure we'll start with all the realities that Father will be going through, Father. Pray, Father, for today, listening to all the experiences and testimony from our brother Santos, Father. Have to prepare our hearts to go through all this, Father, with a heart that, Father, will allow us to understand our Heavenly Parents' heart and our True Parents' heart, Father. Father, please, pray, Father, especially from the situation that happened in Honiara, Solomon Island, Father. This unfortunate situation, Father, that actually destroyed the town, Father. We pray, Father, for your wisdom, care, and Father, guiding us, Father, to find a solution, Father, to rebuild this town, Father. Father, thank you, Father, once again for giving us opportunity to join, Father, our Heavenly Parent Holy Community, Hondokwe, Father. Together in our ocean, Father, put our heart, mind of our heart together, Father. How can you unite to go for the higher purpose, Father, especially beyond our true mother, Father, your only begotten daughter, Father. Now the world is changing, Father. Those can, Father, make effort, Father, to join the current, Father, will move forward. And those, Father, cannot join, Father, they will be coming later on, Father. Thank you once again, Father. We pray, Father, for all the events that is lined up, Father, before next year, Father. We pray, Father, through this all, we can make a strong foundation, Father, for the Pacific reunification through parent homeland, Father. You want, Father, one day, Father, to next year, definitely to really witness and join, celebrate with our brothers and sisters from Korea, Father. Pray, Father, for our true mother, guiding this very, very significant and important providence, Father. Pray, Father, for all the think tank group, Father, or all our Heavenly Parent Holy Community, Korean members working, Father, for this mission, Father. Thank you once again, please, Father. Bless this day from beginning to the end, Father, as we begin this new week, Father. Everything, Father, pray report in our names, Vanel Masok, bless us unto family, Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you. And thank you, everyone. And let's welcome Reverend Santosh as he shares with us this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, leaders, brothers and sisters. Today, I decided to read True Parents, True Father's speech, the topic necessity of true parents. So later this number 2 section will be reading the need, why we need true parents. So this the material in this chapter really touched my heart a few times when I read this, when I just joined the movement, and later again, and now when I read this chapter again and again. So every time this chapter gives me a clear picture about true parents, who true parents are, and what is the necessity of true parents, why we really need true parents in our life. So let me read. The universal need for true parents. Originally, God created Adam and Eve. God wanted to dwell in them. God as the parents wanted to bear the fruit of children, and God wanted his children to know him as their parents. God wanted to perfect both roles through this process by fulfilling this plan. God could not harvest and have both. Why do we need parents? And why does God need children? God is spiritual and his son is corporeal. The relationship between God and man is as father and son. The invisible God, by bearing fruit through his visible son, enters the mind of his son and manifests himself as God. The invisible God bears fruit in his son's mind, thereby the son also bears fruit, and God can even beneficiate his fruit to his son. Through this process, God bears both the fruit of God and fruit of parents. They are equal value. Why do we need parent and children? Even God, with all his love, needs as a counterpart. We, his children, if we have love, also need our counterpart. This reciprocal relationship is the relationship of heaven and earth. It is a vertical relationship. This world can be divided into two parts, the spiritual world and the physical world. As the children of the invisible God, people are born and plunged into history. Their lives move from one pole to the other. They grow up and wish to search for the invisible. One day, they will become bridegrooms and bride and become one with their parents through love. It is like the waxing moon and waning moon becoming one. We conclude that children need parents in order to occupy the realm of heaven, and parents need children to take possession of the earth. Parents mind in the mind of heaven. When you are a child, when you are a child, you do not know this mind of heaven, but when you come to know it, when you become a parent. So that was why I was telling, before I became parents and after I became parents of my kids, then I more realized the necessity of true parents. The task of love is to occupy both worlds and unite them. When it happens, the relationship of father and son becomes glorious. They are one. Either father nor son can stand in front or behind. Do you understand this glorious relationship of father and son? In peace message number 1, to parents, they say that the center of universe is the relationship between parents and children. I think this I realized myself. I read that message in 2005 when I didn't have children. And I didn't realize what that means. The center of the universe is the relationship between parents and children. But now, when I have my 2 kids, that I start realizing that it's really the truth that the center of the universe is parents and children. Physical parents and true parents. What is the position of your physical parents? They fall in the category of parents in the evil world, which is the opposite of true parents. Some people ask, if Reverend and Mrs. Moon are our true parents, does that mean our real parents are evil parents? This is a problem. So I think everyone faced this question in the early life of their church, and I too faced. When I studied divine principle, I went back home, and I went back home after my 21 days workshop, and I brought the picture of true parents to put in my room. And then when my parents saw the pictures of true parents and they asked me, who are they? I told them they are true parents. So my parents were shocked. So who we are? This is the real thing that happened in my life. If they are true parents, who we are? So I didn't have the answer to tell them what is the difference between my parents and true parents. What is the why my parents are not true parents? Why Dr. Moon and Mrs. Moon are true parents? Why my parents are not true parents? So I faced this question, and then now my children also they ask the question: if they are true parents, then who you are? So you are false parents for us, and then what about your parents? Are they false parents for you? So I think many of us, when we were a young member, we came across with these questions. But this speech of true parents make us very clear why true parents are true and why our parents are not true. If the world were not fallen, do you think people would pull their children away, insisting, he is my son, he is my daughter? Do you think that is the Garden of Eden, where there was a concept that no one has to abandon one's mother and father to find a new mother and father? No, there was not. Why then we are born with this kind of destiny? This situation was not created by God, but by Satan. It is the consequence of fall. Satan divides everything. Satan divides mother from father, son from daughter. Satan divides families, nation, and breaks the entire world into pieces. The last day is the era when Satan divides everything. Therefore, last day means the end of the world. We must know this. The last day is also the time of a new beginning. According to divine principle, God initiates a movement in the last day to unite everything that is divided. Why are the true parents? What are the true parents? What is the difference between your physical parents and true parents? What do the true parents do? What kind of love do the true parents teach? The difference between physical parents and true parents has to do with love and the concept of love. The physical parents teach you about love centering on flesh, and spiritual parents teach you about love centering on spiritual world. These are very different contexts. So this is the particular paragraph that really comforted me, and that really made me realize what is different between my parents and true parents are, and even what is different between me and true parents are. Most of the time, my concept as a fallen is still with the, even we receive the blessing, but still with the fallen lineage. Most of the time, I fail to teach my children. I fail to teach my children to live for the sake of the heaven. I always tell that you have to live centering on your flesh. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to study hard, you have to my thoughts and my guidance to my children are not that much for the sake of others. And my parents, they never did. My parents are always worried what you are doing, how much you are earning, what you are eating, what is happening to you, what is your plan, when are you going to settle. All these things comes from my parents. And the similar kind of concept I give to my children, to my daughter. If you don't do this, but I fail to say that you have to live for the sake of others. You have to live. When we say in principle, we might say sometimes that you have to live for the sake of the others. You have to live for, but actually when we act, we don't act like that as a parent. But true parents always did that for us. Always he taught us that thing, and he practiced that himself, and he gave the living example by himself. And we as the first generation, we practice that. True parents throw us in the ocean, and we learn how to swim, and we learn how to get out of the ocean. You know, this kind of feeling and this kind of experience I can feel myself. So your parents teach, your physical parents teach you about love centering on the flesh, and your spiritual parents and true parents teach you about love centering on the spiritual world. Why do you need spiritual parents when you are already having physical parents? You need them to resolve the problem of the fall. Your fallen parents have taught you the downward path by centering on yourself. Centering on yourself. Yeah, even now I'm teaching my children centering on themselves. The parental love has made a rope connecting you to the satanic world to keep you there forever. You do not have the means to cut that rope. When the true parents appear, they love center on God. They love center on God. Therefore, God cannot but love everything that the true parents love. You know this is true according to the principle. You who were born into the satanic world come to follow the true parents, saying, I like true parents, nation and true parents family more than my mother and my father, more than my home, and more than my sons and daughters. God love is far better than anything else. Yes. Yes, we became more connected with the true parents. We became more connected with the true family. We became more connected with the true parents' land where true parents were born. We started loving kimchi more than my own food. Even we started believing that by eating a lot of kimchi, myself, I used to tell to the other people, so if you want to learn Korean language, you have to eat kimchi. I mean, if you want to learn true parents, you have to learn how to love true parents' culture. You have to learn how to respect Korean people. You have to learn how to love Korean food, Korean culture, and Korean tradition, everything. You know, so. When true parents appeared, they love center on God. Therefore, God cannot but love everything that the true parents love. You know this is true according to the principle. You who were born into the satanic world came to follow true parents, saying, I like true parents nation, the true parents family, more than my mother and father, more than my home, and more than my sons and daughters. God's love is far better than anything else. If you have true parents' love, then Satan cannot pull you away, no matter how hard he tries. The realm of God's love and true parents' love is ideal realm of the original world. Therefore, Satan has no authority to take away these sons and daughters. Unification Church members from all 5 races, you all have parents, right? What kind of parents are they? They are your normal parents. Unification Church has true parents. They are your special parents. True parents are completely different than your parents. Your normal parents raise a big commotion. You are trying so hard to come to your special parents, and they are trying to kidnap you to prevent you from coming to Raven Moon. Nevertheless, your special parents remain calm, closing their eyes. I do not command you to follow me. If you want to follow me, then come. If you want to go your own way, then leave. It's up to you. Raven and Mrs. Moon are the parents of 3 ages. They are the parents of Old Testament age, the parents of the New Testament age, and the parents of the completed Testament age. That is why they are true parents. By the way, some of you pray in the name of true parents. You are not supposed to pray like that. Rebel Moon alone is qualified to pray in the name of parents. You should clearly know this and teach this. What is the difference between your both parents and true parents? They are not same. Your parents are situated within a single age. Your parents are situated within a single age, but the true parents encompass 3 ages. They encompass the past, present, and the future age, and both the spiritual and physical world. The true parents are the root and the bud. Your physical parents are branches. Do you understand? A bud grows on branch. Thus, your physical parents are parents and the branch stemming out of the current age. True parents, however, are the parents of all 3 ages. They are the parents of the age of the root, the age of the trunk and branch, and also the age of the leaves. Thus, you should not forget the word true parents. you have some nerve to think that you can pray in the name of parents, because I pray in the name of parents. It is contrary to the principle. Do you understand? If you continue to do that, what will happen? Children call their mother and father parents. If you pray to parents, they will be confused and ask you, who are our parents? That's the difference. Do not confuse them like that. Both parents are the parents of one age. While Reverend Moon and Mrs. Moon are the parents of 3 ages, they are vertical parents. Reverend and Mrs. Moon are the parents of grandfather and father and grandson. 3 ages, 3 stages. You have to know this clearly. Therefore, true parents cannot do whatever they wish. They cannot leave the position of the root. They may think it would be nice to wander about like a branch, but they cannot. Can the root do whatever it wishes? Can the birds wander around as they please? Both the root and the birds are longing for the branches. How confining it is to keep one's position for thousands and millions of years. How confining is my position that I have to keep it even though I may shrivel up. It is a position with no freedom. However, the branch can wander around as they wish. You have to know that. Yeah, I think it's very deep. Can the root do whatever it wishes? No, root cannot do whatever it wishes. Similarly, since true parents represent the root, so true parents also they live a principle life. They live a life that God wanted them to live. So the comparison that True Father has made here is really deep, and it can really help us to understand what true parents are, how principle life true parents live is the root lives, and it cannot do whatever it wishes. Number 3 point that the need of true parents is the reason for the coming of true parents. What is the highest hope? You want to become people fit for the kingdom of heaven. You want to become the sons and daughters of the kingdom of heaven. Is this your wish? Yes. If you become people, sons and daughters fit for the kingdom of heaven, then the kingdom of heaven will inevitably appear. From this viewpoint, we can say that the democratic world is kingdom of heaven. No. What kind of world is it? The democratic world is a means, not an end. Its purpose is to help the coming law to easily replace an existing political regimes. The rise of democratic idea is an interim phenomena. Once the Lord comes on earth, all the people in the world will follow the Lord. Whom else can they follow? When this happens, it will be more convenient for all nations to organize themselves into one nation. However, with democracy, the world cannot unite into one. The democratic experiment is already finished. Can America by itself lead the world? America is on the verge of perishing. Currently, the issue is how we can revive America and how we can raise America to be the leader of the world on the path to the kingdom of heaven. If that were God's will, then America would do well to tackle this issue with the thought of the Unification Church and the teaching of Reverend Moon. Until she does that, America will have no way to survive, nor can its people build the bridge of kingdom of heaven. The spiritual world is already organized according to this principle. How long will it take for this form to appear in the physical world? First, God should become the center. Second, true parents should appear. Third, true children should appear. Fourth, true people should build a true nation. The spirit world for a long time has been expecting this to happen. People in the spirit world have been waiting thousands of years for you to born on the earth and complete the original will of God. How is this present world organized? First, human being placed Satan at the center. Second, it is centered on the false parents, that is fallen parents, evil parents. Third, they brought forth evil offsprings who built up evil nation. This is how this world was organized. The spirit world and the idol of world to come will reject all of it. Because the word true parents is used in Unification Church, your mother and fathers oppose us, saying, if they are your parents, who we are? This is the biggest question that we face every time. There have been episodes when parents kidnap their own sons and daughter who wish to become true son and daughter. All the nation in the civil war opposed us and cast us out. Now they cannot oppose us anymore. They can fight against Reverend Moon, but they cannot win. We must escape from Satan's realm. Satan's mobilize individual, family, tribe, people, nation, and the whole world to keep us from escaping. This is the very last decisive battle. Number 4, precondition for appearance of true parents. What need to be accomplished in order for the true parents to appear? Can the true parents appear without the archangel have been restored? Can the true parents appear without Jesus have been restored? Can the true parents appear without a bride have been restored? The religious world should resolve this problem at the place where all the difficulty in God's providence for restoration are resolved. The old true parents newly appears. Therefore, you should recognize that the true parents are not any ordinary people. Are the true parents inferior to your wives, your mother, and your brother? The true parents do not appear unless the archangel is restored. The true parents do not appear unless Adam is restored. True parents do not appear unless a bride, Eve, is restored. This is the truth. Number 5, the true lineage comes only through true parents. Humankind needs true parents. What began from the false parents should be begun from the true parents. The false parents were the people who by living in false love, received false life and the false lineage. We have to reverse this wrong beginning. How can we inherit true life and the true lineage centering on the love of true parents? In other words, because we inherited the wrong seed, the issue is how we can recover the original seed. Satan is the problem. We understand that the Messiah comes on the earth bearing the messianic seed, the new seed of true parents. We cannot receive this seed except from the true parents. Through a process of engrafting, the true parents infuse their seed into us over and over. We can thus be restored to the position of an original olive tree. It is that simple. Therefore, God is our parents. He is so close to us. God is our vertical parent, and the true parents are a horizontal parent. Together, they realize the ideal of true love. Look at the government of United States, a democratic country. Democracy is brotherhoodism. That is why the political parties are constantly fighting with each other. I have proclaimed there must be parents. Only when there are parents can brothers stop their fighting. Parentism is needed in this miserable situation. Godism is needed. The teaching that we should live centering on God. What kind of parents can fulfill this hope for peace? These parents do not exist in the satanic world. They would be totally opposite from parents in the satanic world. These parents are called true parents. Why do we need true parents? True parents are needed in order to eradicate the foundation of satanic love, satanic life, and satanic lineage. How did man and woman fall into such a condition? They fell through wrong use of sexual organ. The sexual organ was originally meant to be place of love. How is this place now? A person's sexual organ is something so precious. It is the place of love, a place of life, and the place of lineage. Is it something dirty? No, it's holy. The sexual organ become a dirty thing because of the fall. From God's original viewpoint, it is not something dirty, but something holy. It is most precious place where life, love, and lineage are joined. Yes, Satan defiled it. So yesterday I met a couple. They are the parents of one of our Tangil Modo student. So our Tangil Modo students from Philippines is returning back to Philippines after after 3 years. So the student, they are a little bit worried that how to continue the Tamil Modo training, and they are bringing their parents to meet with me. So this week I met around 7 parents. So I found this is a very nice time, very perfect time for me to witness them through their children, through the Tamil Modo, to witness the parents. And these parents are usually, they are very young parents in their early 30s or late 30s. And I was talking to them. I was just talking to them about husband and wife relationship. This thing, I think it is relevant any time. So I make an environment to tell them about the importance of the conjugal love, and I express this thing that true parents are teaching. The sexual organ was originally meant to be the palace of love. How it is palace now. A person's sexual organ is something so precious. It is the place of love, the place of life, and the place of lineage. Is it something dirty? No, it is not dirty. You know, usually these parents whom I met, they are from Hindu background. So in Hindu religion, they worship Shiva Lingam. Shiva Lingam is the union of the sexual organ of Shiva and Parvati. So cow is worship as most of the holiest animal for Hinduism. So in the Shiva Lingam, originally they pour the milk of cow in Shiva Lingam. So I tell them that how important is Shiva Lingam for us, for Hindu people. So it's not a dirty thing. It's the things to worship. It's the things to worship with the milk of the cow. So cow being the mother, cow being the most holiest animal, we use the cow milk to worship Shiva Lingam. Shiva Lingam is the union of Shiva, the Lord Shiva, and Parvati, his wife Parvati's sexual organ. It's the union of sexual organ of Shiva and Parvati. So I teach them this thing, and I ask them to participate upcoming APLC. So 7 couple participating the upcoming APLC. So I teach them this thing, and they were, I connected to parents teaching. I connected to parents teaching to the belief of Hinduism, and it was very nice moment that very easy for them to realize the importance of the sexual organ. And I told them that the husband's sexual organ, the owner of the husband's sexual organ is the wife, and the owner of the wife's sexual organ is husband. So this concept, when I listen this teaching of true parents, I think everyone will be serious one time. Everyone will think twice. You know, if this teaching is taught to the people, so I don't hesitate to say these people when I get chance, when I talk to them about divine principle, teaching of true parents, I don't hesitate. And especially when I talk about the conjugal love, I don't hesitate to tell people this thing, because this is the truth. Because everything started from the wrong use of the sexual organ. So sometimes it looks like very, why you are talking this thing? Is it really necessary to talk? That kind of feeling comes to the people listening. But I don't hesitate to tell, because the problem started from there. And then if we hit the problem, and it will be easy for us to solve the problem. So I raise this question, and I always teach people with these things. And I did this last week. So I met many parents, almost 7 couples. So I was teaching this thing to them. The reason why we absolutely need true parents. Today, Unification Church followers call me true father. The word true parents are fearful words. Yes, it is wonderful to know these words. Yes, originally the word true parents is a very fearful word, because true parents is authority. True parents is responsibility. So our goal to become true parents, is not an easy word, because to become true parents, we have to be able to teach our children to love God instead of loving their own flesh, to give interest for the sake of the universe instead of asking them to interest for them. So I don't know how much I'm capable. I don't know how much I'm capable unless I can teach my own children, my son and daughter, to live for the sake of others, unless I practice my lifestyle living for the sake of others, unless my children can see some potential within me and my wife, some potential for us to become the true parents, they are not going to do that. This is the most challenging thing, I think, for us first generation. And that is, I think, that is the place where we first generation failed. That is the place where first generation failed. This is the biggest challenge for me now. This is the biggest challenge for me. How I can insert the concept of living for the sake of to wash my children, or in other words, how I can live, how my children will witness my lifestyle, how my children will see me living for the sake of others. This is, I think, this is the most biggest challenge for me and for every one of us. So it's very fearful. It's not easy to pronounce the word true parents if we go in deep meaning of it. A tribe, people and nation are not formed without a family. The family originated from the womb of the God's love. The family was then to expand to form a tribe, people and nation. Therefore, to defeat the satanic world, we have to march forward, centering on the model of the true family. We fallen human beings stem from evil ancestor, from the first fallen ancestor to the multitude of the ancestor to your mothers and fathers. All are parenting in the fallen realm. All of them are impressed in the traditional begun and human fall. Considering this, it is truly amazing that the true parents have appeared. We need true parents because this world is not the realm of love. The realm of love is an environment where all are one in heart, where everything is united, everything is clear, and everything is complete. It was God's original will for Adam and Eve to begin that realm from a pure, unfallen loveness. The realm of the love would begin where unfallen Adam and Eve unite with God and realize the ideal. Once the realm of love is manifest in the world, we will not need the world unification church. We will not need the world. To find this realm, we have to abandon the world, abandon the nation, and search until we find true family. We need the true family. We must find this family even if we have to give up everything. This is important. Human beings need true parents. Why is that? For the first time in the history of humankind, people can be connected to the axis of love. Do you know how meaningful is it? It is the event in the principle that has never happened before in the history and never will again. You have to know this clearly. The axis of love is one, not two. Love that stems from this axis is true love. Your mother and father's love is not true love. This is commandment reads, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your might. And the second commandment reads, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. This is how God has loved us. Why do you need true parents? You need true parents to inherit new lineage. According to the divine principle, the Old Testament age was the age to lay the foundation of faith. The New Testament age has been the age to lay the foundation of substance, and the completed testament age is the age to realize the new ideal. Therefore, as people living in this age of love, we should inherit the good lineage. Until now, all people have not inherited a good lineage. Everyone's lineage is mixed. Reverend Moon inherited the original lineage, the original tradition, and he came to know the truth. That is why he has been fighting against Satan. Do you know that? True parents are like new buds of good olive tree. You must truncate your tree and have a bud from true parents' tree engrafted to your stump. You must receive the graft of bud from true parents and God. Do you understand? Then although you do not have a body, your thought will be the same as God and true parents' thought. You will bear the same fruit, giving birth to God, sons and daughters. This is not possible. If you live by the way of the satanic world, it is not propitious to have sons and daughters before you receive the graft from God and true parents. Now you know how great it is to be victorious over the 3 ages. You should be a person who fight and wins representing these 3 ages and 3 countries. How are you going to handle the 3 countries of Germany, Japan, and Korea? People who are not confident to handle their opponent should not go to war. You have to be determined. Whoever believed the world would change like this, you may have thought that white people would live only with white people, but they also live with black and oriental 3 race. I think somewhere I read that I think this is the very concept where True Father asks all the blessed family to do mission in the 3 different countries in their lifetime. The victor who can represent the world of 3 ages, symbolized by the number 3, encapsulates in himself the Old Testament age, the New Testament age, and the completed Testament age. When you become the victor of the 3 ages or 3 stages, your victory carries the whole world. Do you want to be like that? The decision to send the true parents was preordinated and a subject of prophetic knowledge. In the last days, a great transformation will take place. Human beings who have inherited evil love, evil life, and evil blood will receive God's love, God's life, and God's blood. For this change to take place, true parents must appear. The true parents are not just people who come and go. Do you have any idea how hard God has worked and how much blood religious people have said that true parents could come? A few days ago, I saw a book titled Kyo Gam Yokro. This book came out later than Chongam Nok. It is prophesies the coming of one named Rebel Moon. Such is my significance. There are many people who saw me before I was born. Did you know that? How could they see me even before I was born? The spirit world existed long before my birth. I have in my own life, I have some kind of experience. When I joined our movement, then I got some kind of vision that, oh, this was not the first time I knew about true parents. Then I had a vision that I knew true parents when I was in my junior high school. So two people I saw when I came in our movement. So I got some kind of vision that I met these people. I met these people few years before. So I met 2 people, one brother and one sister when I came to our center. Then I said, oh, this is not the first time I met them. Oh, this is I met them long time ago, and they told me about true parents long time ago. This kind of vision I had. The spiritual world told them about a person who was to come. This kind of feeling, this kind of experience I had myself. Even so, only those who have endured suffering and agonies on the earth can enter the realm of true parents, dominating the spirit world. God used such a strategy in order that those who work so hard will not lose their reward. These people attended true parents by their suffering, even though true parents appeared long afterwards, since they were given the opportunity to follow true parents in the spiritual world. That is why the love God showed them everything concerning me decades or centuries before my birth. Truly, I am a historical figure. Now, when I declare that I am a historical figure to Korea or to the people of the world, everyone readily agrees with me. Although I may declare it at midnight or early in the morning, it is as if they were listening to me in the daytime. Now everything is finished. The fighting is all over. In the near future, I will pluck out with a pair of teachers those who are against me. There are only a few of them, and I see that they are mostly people who had some kind of relationship with me in the past. Why do they come against me? They have become hostage to the conventional custom and ways of the secular system. Unless they free themselves, they will go to hell. God will record who is right and who is wrong. it is an instant judgment. After God sees something, does he pretend that he did not see it? God is not like that. Thank you very much for listening. This much for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Santosh. Thank you for sharing with us the necessity of our true parents. I remember the speech very well, and it's good to be reminded and to listen again. Just some points stood out. The first one is being it's a reciprocal relationship, and is the relationship of heaven and earth. Reciprocal, to me is always means the process of becoming one. And once you realize that oneness, then joy is also realized. And the relationship that is being told is between heaven and earth. And true means to me always that it's of God and connected to God and from God, while false is not from God, not connected to God. And it's and so when I had the same experience, true parents, and then who are we? Aren't we true parents? And of course, our parents, our physical parents, are our parents. And it's because the relationship isn't talking about them and our parents. The relationship is talking about Satan and God. And the false parent is always Satan. It's never our parents. Our parents are victims, just like everyone else, including Adam and Eve, are victims of the abuse. And then, the realization of a world of evil came about because of the misuse of the sexual organs. And so recognizing that the false parent is truly Satan in the satanic realm, it's never our parents. The parent, if there was no fall, there still would have been a heaven and earth, and the true parents and our parents would have been one and the same, because they were meant to become one. But because of the fall, there was no relationship, and the only way forward is our true parents, is recognizing that heaven and earth aren't connected, and we need to connect them. And this is only done by this reciprocal relationship, and helping. The cure is living for the sake of others. Father says that over and over again. How do we change? We have to put others first. We have to put God first. We have to put others first, as the Bible also puts the first two commandments, as that whole speech. Father also mentions it. So it's really good to listen again, the speech, and to be reminded, really the relationship is between heaven and earth, which has been separated because of the false parent, whose identity really is Satan. And so long as we recognize the true identity of where evil emerges from, then we can't confuse or accuse other people as being false. We are all children of God, and God is always longing to bring us back, and for us to take our responsibility and walk away from Satan and walk towards heaven. There were just some thoughts I was thinking when reflecting on that. So thank you, Santosh. And anyone else who'd like to share, go ahead. We don't have much time left. Yes, Kim, go ahead.
Yeah, I often think of true as in true in an arrow. When you shoot an arrow and it goes true to its target. It's straight, but it's not a dichotomy between true and false. It's just an arrow that is, the shaft is bent. It doesn't go to the target. It in the same way, it's not true and can't fire true. Same with so with our parents, I could recognize that even though we love them deeply and they do their best to love us, because there's something in them that is not fully formed, or then they cannot send us truly to become, to the place where we have to fulfill our potential. So that was more my understanding of true.
Yeah. Thank you, Kim. So true. Yeah, we have time for one more. Yes, Mr. Wright, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Santosh, today. Such a great fathers. Actually, when True Father gave a speech, I was listening yesterday to Father's speech. It is incredible kind of substantial person, and incredible, we can say, embodiment of love. And at the end of the speech, Father said, everything is finished. Everything is all over. When we can see it's a true Father's, when I think I can feel everything, such a origin of love, a truly embodiment. Then it's a first message, last day. Actually, according to Bible or Christian view, last day come, 100% come. Then Christian view of last day, when Messiah come on a cloud, and the people are, it's resurrected in the sky, and all people died. This is easy, but last day is an incredible battle. Like we look at the, we are looking for unified world. We're talking about, but look at China itself. They have a vision of 2049, 100 years. Then they can more overpower US. They try to control the world, military or economically, many things. Then incredible doing like Uyghur and Tibet is killing people. I think people cannot accept, but still going on. There happened Solomon incident, it's a few days ago. One of the expansion, and I think it's also John, but people went to Solomon and know the situation, and a lot of expanding economical things. It is so there are many of politicians involved. I think very difficult to overcome. That's why Father said when started Pacific era and how to unite, because Taiwan has 16 nations to connect. Then from Oceania, 7 nations. It is incredible, important, and also they who can stand strongly. I think I really feel Australia. Father talked this message in Australia, because small nation cannot fight China anymore. obvious. Even Australia say something, it's a China do a lot of things, and also very difficult such a time. And yesterday I attended Chinese People Federation World Peace, and final comment was done also syntax great, and emphasizing, for Chinese cultures, feel piety, but only Chinese culture itself cannot overcome race. Really, how is a leader, and also true love comes from family, but I think it's, I don't know, time-wise, I think leader can connect with true parent love. That is you, how can, like emphasizing, yesterday I'm not so much emphasizing for heavenly parent, but how can heavenly parent love can connect to the world leader. This is the issue. This is, we pray for that. If cannot do that, it is impossible to do realize unified world. It is incredible time. Father is really substantially victory, and so that we are the person, we are the people, we are the group who can really influence to testify. This is incredible time, but really thank you for Santosh today so much.
Thank you, Mr. Rai. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Santosh. It's time for us to offer our unison prayer. So I'll just share the screen. And let's pray together. Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
We play for Solomon.
Yes.
We pray for Solomon. And
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Reverend. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Have a blessed Sunday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, little stone.